Hi everyone, welcome to The Explorer.
Speaking Lesson 4. Now, in this lesson, we will look at another sample group discussion in which the candidates did it online. This sample group discussion is taken from the New Norms MUET channel. Before you listen to the candidates discussing online, let's take a look at the question first. The situation: while global warming cannot be stopped, it can be slowed. In your group, discuss how global warming can be slowed. The 5 points given are: recycle more, green your commute, reduce water waste, buy energy efficient products, plant a tree. At the end of the discussion, try to decide the best way to slow down global warming.
Good day to Madam Afiza and my fellow group members. Before we start our discussion today, I'd like to introduce my team first. Our team consists of 4 people, and we are from Group 2 of H4T4. Our team members who are Lee Pei Hui, Ayin, and Liana, and finally me, Chan Po Jun. On this lovely day, we would like to discuss about the ways to cope with the ongoing global warming on our beloved Mother Earth. As we all have known that the global warming has been a global threat of the 21st century. Firstly, I think that buying energy efficient product is a good way to solve the crisis. Our electricity are generated from the burning of coals and fossil fuels that release greenhouse gases, which contribute to global warming at last. Through this way, through buying energy efficient product, electrical appliances, especially air conditioning units or refrigerator, can be found with a star rating scale from 1 to 5 stars. When we buy these electrical appliances which has the star rating stickers, we consume less electrical energy but performing the same work nonetheless. Therefore, the 1 to 5 star charts with 5 star indicate that the aircon unit save the most electricity in the meantime performing the same task. Joanne, how do you suggest to solve the problem?
Okay, well, I suppose you are right, but in my opinion, recycling is also an effective way to slow down global warming. As all of us know, using recycled materials to make new products can reduce the need for raw materials. Recycling of all sorts saves and reuses materials, meaning that less resources will need to be used in the future. You all aware that pulp and paper is the 5th largest industrial energy consumer in the world? Actually, producing paper from recycled goods can utilize 65% less energy than when paper is produced from raw sources. In the same time, recycling just 1 ton of paper can save 17 trees from being cut down, and every tree is a vessel for containing and trapping carbon dioxide. In the same time, recycling paper also can keep trash out of landfills, and less trash need to be incinerated, which also avoid other sources of greenhouse gases. Less carbon dioxide accumulate in the atmosphere, meaning that there will be less heat being trapped. Therefore, greenhouse effect can be further reduced and global warming can be slowed down. Do you agree with me, Ayin?
Yes, totally. Having the proper recycling will be a great way to slow down the global warming. Besides, when you are recycling, it will also save water because when things are produced, such as paper, it requires water. As making recycled paper only requires 20% of the amount of water than making paper from raw resources requires. Recycling paper is a surefire way to cut down on greenhouse gases.
Sorry to interrupt, But personally, I think to slow down the global warming, changing the way we use water is the most important way. Mhm. This will help to strengthen our planet ecosystem and reduce the risk of extreme weather events that make water more unpredictable, more polluted, and more scarce. For instance, this could involve using less water for showering, collecting and using rainwater for growing crops or sanitation, or improving our system for managing wastewater.
Sorry, wait. I'm afraid I'm not quite sure what you mean by changing the way we use water. Are you saying that there's a link between water usage and global warming?
Yes, but on top of this, using less warm water makes it possible to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. This is because it avoids the need to generate energy to heat the water. By taking steps to consume less water when products are made and used, we can make sure water remains a human right and does not become a luxury. Saving water around the home is simple. For example, we should only run full loads of laundry or dishes so that water can get used more effectively. Moreover, we have to check the outdoor faucets and pipes to avoid leakage. 3% of the nation's energy is used to pump and treat water, so conserving water conserves energy that reduces greenhouse gas pollution.
Do not forget that by green commute also can be a part of solving global warming. If you want to do some personal things on your way to work, using green commute is a perfect way to catch up reading or listening to some news compared to driving alone in a car. When you are stressed or under pressure, you can try to green commute. Some of you may be questioning my statement, but it's true that greening your commute can reduce stress because we are not feeling anxious of traffic jam. Why be bothered while you can enjoy the ride by sitting back and listening to some soothing music? Did you all know that three-quarters of the greenhouse emissions come from transport? So, by greening your commute can reduce carbon emissions that affect our beloved Earth. Practicing a green commute is important for national health, but also for ensuring that we have a healthy planet to inhabit in the future.
Yes, I see your point of view, but for green commuting such as walking or biking, we need to live close to our place of work. Therefore, some commuters choose to combine active transportation options like walking and biking with public transportation to make their commute sustainable over the long term. Someone could walk or bike partway to their office and just hop on to public transport like bus and train for the remainder of their trip.
Yes, I do agree that green commute is also quite a vital step to tackle global warming. Have you guys ever heard of Go Green? Yes, it means that plant more trees. In fact, trees take in carbon dioxide and converts it into energy. By eliminating the CO2, which is one of the greenhouse gases that leads to global warming, less heat will be trapped in the atmosphere. That being said, global warming can be countered when green is restored. I do suggest that we plant trees around our house compound as a starter. You guys will have fun doing it too.
That may be true, but planting trees can be practical unless we have unlimited space, money, and labor. Moreover, it's difficult for the tree to be maintained. Tree must be pruned and trimmed regularly. They drop leaves that you have to deal with every single fall, and they may make big mess with seeds and fruits in certain period, and you will need to clean it out. As I mentioned earlier, I strongly believe that recycling comes first. With recycling, we can slow down global warming if we can reduce the energy consumption dramatically, and therefore less emission of greenhouse gases get trapped heat in the atmosphere. Maybe all of you should consider recycling over other ways.
As we have made it this far, allow me to conclude every point that we mentioned. We can slow global warming down by buying energy efficient products, practice recycling, help in reducing water waste, green your commune, and plant more trees. Yet I do agree with Pei Hui that recycling might be the best and efficient way to help solve global warming. Do you guys agree?
Yes, I could not agree more.
Yes, I feel the same way.
So in a nutshell, Global warming is an imminent threat that we mustn't overlook. To protect this blue planet and prevent the inhabitants from being annihilated, we must carry out pragmatic measures to resolve the global warming. I hope that everyone has learned their role as the guardian of the Earth and save our planet. Thank you.
Alright, so it's time for you to practice in your group discussion now. I'm giving you an assignment this week. First, you need to find 3 friends and you need to form your own groups of 4. Next, try to do an online group discussion like the one you have seen earlier. Now, I will give you the question later. And finally, you need to send your recorded discussion to your teacher. This is the question for your group discussion. Situation: a healthy lifestyle is important. In your group, discuss how to lead a healthy lifestyle. Take a look at the 5 points given. Now, if you remember in our lesson 1, you have done an individual presentation based on the topic Keep Healthy. So in this group discussion, you may take a look at the points mentioned earlier. And at the end of the discussion, try to decide the best way to lead a healthy lifestyle. Alright, so keep practicing. Practice makes perfect.
That's all for today's lesson. Thank you. Subscribe to Explorer for more lessons. Have a nice day.